If your frunk is completely stuck and won't open at all when you push the button, then this video is for you. We're gonna make it really quick. I'm gonna get right to it and show you how to get to this point. First thing is jack the car up. Now I'm not gonna show you how to do that, and please don't criticize my methods here, but we do have the jack up on the jack point. I did go ahead and run the safety measure of adding in a couple of 2x4s just in case as a secondary precaution. And we went even a little further, and yes, I know this is on a moving part. This is a jack stand just sitting there. It does not have any weight on it currently. That is just an additional safety measure just in case to get me enough time to get out. If I have to replace parts, I'd rather do that because I don't know about you guys, but I cannot pay any amount of money to bring myself back to life. So we're gonna worry about fixing car parts first. Once you have it jacked up, you're gonna wanna take off this shielding that goes right here. It is all clips. I used a flathead screwdriver, popped the clip, pulled it down all the way around. Actually, there is one, I believe there was one 10 millimeter. Of course, everything's 10 millimeter socket. That's all you'll need here is a screwdriver basically and a socket ratchet and 10 millimeters. There was a bolt way under here that held it in that I had to loosen. I do believe, it's been a while, it was earlier today when I did that. But popping that out, you're able to pull this entire thing here out. That's what it looks like when you get it out, by the way. Don't judge, it's my wife's car. It's extra dirty, it's not mine. Okay, now taking it a step further, once I had that open, I could not quite see all the way up in here to get to the cable I needed to get to. So I looked up in here just like this, and I couldn't exactly see the cable I needed to get to. So I had to take it a step further. That was to take down the front fascia piece underneath, this skid plate. So I took off this plate, 10 millimeters, that's all you need again. This piece is held on primarily by clips. Again, there's a handful of 10s that are under here, and then once you get this down, it will kind of pop down on you. You can see I did not actually take it all the way off on the other side. That wasn't necessary, but once you have those pieces off, this should take about 15 minutes. The wheel, the side piece, the bottom pieces, all of this is about 15 minutes of work. Now I'll show you exactly where this cable is. Okay, so we're gonna go under the car a little bit to get to this cable. I would suggest having someone else close by. You never wanna be under a car by yourself, just in case something happens. Now you get a little bit of help. What I did was I disconnected this piece right here. This piece right here, it looks like it goes to the fan, this connector, but it was preventing me from getting my arm up high enough to be able to reach this cable. Cable disconnected. Now you're gonna wanna look up inside of here. So, right here from the bottom, just to kind of show you where we are, wheel, this is the driver's side, excuse me, cable disconnected. Look up here. Now I'm gonna just kind of put my phone up there. My frunk is currently open. You know what? I'll close the frunk so you see what it looks like. I'll close it all the way because I don't have this actuator in stock yet. I'll have to order it. So I can't actually open the frunk back up if I close it all the way. Okay, so here we are. Cable out of the way. Look up here. Way up there. Past the fan, past the cable. Right here, left that white piece in. I'm gonna shine the light up there, see if we can get a good look at it. So, the cable is this guy right here. You can see this white kind of connector on it. I'll show you in a minute how to disconnect that. I used two tools to make this work for me. One tool was I used a long bar to grab that cable and essentially disconnect it from you can see the black piece. See if I can zoom in a little more. The black piece right here, just above the white piece, I pulled that out, and then I was able to get enough on it to be able to pull the cable to be able to release the actuator. Let me show you what I used. Here are my tools. Long bar, just got a little end on it, and a nice pair of things. Now, I couldn't exactly tell what I needed to do yet, so I was able to reach these up there and get it. If you have slim hands, you may be able to reach up there and push that thing or pull it and be able to get it released, but I was not able to do that. So again, I'm gonna show you one more time just before we go to the top. Wheel. You see the fan? You see the connector I disconnected right there? And you go right up above that. And you'll be able to see that cable way up in there. You can see the little white piece of it. Way up in there. Here's what you're actually doing. Here's the piece right here. We were right below that. This piece right here. I'll show you how it works. This is basically how I disconnected it, just like that. You see there, black piece. I was able to do that with it. And as you can see, if I move it, just like this, essentially you're pulling it up from here, it moves the actuator, just like that. Mine, when I push the button, This makes noise, doesn't pull the cable. So clearly that's our problem right here. Removing all this also very simple. Just, again, 10 millimeters, a couple of clips. Just kind of keep pulling on it until you don't see any more 10 millimeters and just pull that thing out of the way. Probably another 10 minutes. You can do this entire thing in 1 hour. So now it's just time to put it all back together. Hopefully that helps someone. Hopefully this is helpful. I looked and could not find videos for this. So you can see we have two of these things. We have one that the hood works perfectly fine, Frunk. We have this one. Now, interestingly enough on this, I found that the 12-volt battery that was in mine was actually from 2018. This is a 2019 model car. It was the original battery. It actually made it 5 years. I would not expect that. If your battery is dead and your Frunk is stuck, you're gonna be in the same problem I'm in. So if you have not replaced this battery and it's been 3 years, I would suggest doing that. Or maybe you wanna look into having one of these actuators handy just in case. So like I said, hopefully that helps everyone. See you next time.